Ninth letter. The Embers. 7 weeks Thomas walked with the brilliant dog along the old road, and in the next 7 days the pathway started narrowing. And when Thomas pressed on towards a turning, he was met by bandits who beat him down, stole all that he had with him, and left him spent and naked by the wayside. 2 days later, Thomas heard hooves galloping and slowing down for a brief moment, and picked up pace towards the direction of the garden on a hill. When the drove disappeared, a wagon came rolling by the opposite way. The rider stepped down and gave Thomas a spare habit, and gave them a ride along the old road for as far as they could share the same way. Once they reached a tunnel opening the wagon could not fit, Thomas and the brilliant dog parted ways with the pilgrim. The walk was long down the dark and narrow tunnel, but this was not what made Thomas stand still. The brilliant dog looked back at Thomas, who said, "That smell. I know that smell." "Yes, Thomas, it is what you think it is. Are you ready?" Thomas got down on his knees in silence for 15 minutes. When he got up, he asked his brilliant guide, "How many do you see?" "There are 2 waiting on a bridge on the other side." At the tunnel's exit were 2 winged serpents, grizzled and chained. The way through was tight, but by the edge there was just enough space. The first serpent tried to shift its place and reached for Thomas, but was held back by its chains. The second serpent was larger and slithered its tail inside Thomas' habit. Thomas felt it graze his armpit and was frozen for a moment, as it made him recall his past life and sins forgotten. The brilliant dog called out, "Focus on the light, Thomas. They're on a short leash." Then Thomas turned to face his brilliant guide. He continued walking past the grizzled serpent, and that was when he sensed it, felt it, smelled it, and tasted it. He wasn't expecting it to happen that very moment, but Thomas knew he was now standing on the road he was supposed to go. For as with all great wars of the past, the battles ended abruptly. Without warning, the sky became clear, and there in his heart, Thomas had found peace. What transpired just a few weeks ago felt like the distant past, but Thomas wondered if anyone from his past ever sought their way out of their camps. He continued down the road in hopes that some would have done their inner work and prayed for a guide to spend the beginning of their last days in the light.